DeQuest is an attention economy centered gaming platform, specifically tailored to the mission of creating value for reputable players within Web3 gaming and Web2 gaming, right? So, to put it shortly, right, we've always thought that one of the last unlocks in global, huge unlocks to be done in gaming is the idea of taking credentials and reputation of the player and creating an asset out of that, right? So we could use that as an asset to create new economies, to create new value flows that would make players with higher credentials more valuable, right? Players with less credentials less valuable, and organize new economies around that. So the first step in our journey was we actually built just a data company to do on-chain analysis of players interacting with games, and this was back in 2021. Since then, we've increasingly grew towards a platform that could also help games with onboarding, engagement, and most importantly, building their own reputation layer around their game on demand through a platform. So you're looking at this platform right now. Over the last year since we launched, and we launched the first gaming Quest platform. Since then, we've had over 150 partnerships with games, and currently have about 70 games listed on the platform, of which they're actually actively using it. For example, today I think we launched the Illuvium Christmas event, right? As you see updates on Realms, it's been something new coming out. So yeah, we're already working with the largest games out there: Illuvium, DeFi Kingdoms, Aurori, you name it. And right now we're also integrating and working very closely with ecosystems. Now, the platform has basically been focused on building up enough infrastructure so that we could do the following things. Allow the games to build their reputation layers and provide sort of quests and activities, events for players to interact with, and thus creating reputation within their communities, within their players. For games to be able to integrate in-game data towards our platform and assess players' credentials through that, that's done as well. Also create a viable, interesting discovery mechanism for players to look at new realms that are releasing, new games that are releasing, and enjoy and participate in them. Also, what we've been working on is creating a system for players to be able to add as many wallets as they want to their profile and create a multi-chain identity system so that we could integrate all of the games in the Web3 space. That is also ready. Over the last 6 months, we have started building towards standalone products of DeQuest that focus specifically on the idea of reputation. One of the first ones in that lane was Trials, which is basically a built-in Steam like loyalty platform that allows players to interact with Steam games, get gold, get rewards for that. And this we use as an onboarding tool towards traditional gamers so they don't have to really interact with anything crypto for a while. And then they can, through these trials, we can start pushing them Web3 educational content, Web3 games, etc., etc. Now, what we're even more excited about releasing is that we
Please
have a
note you have
DID.
1 minute left.
Perfect. Okay, we have a DID layer coming up, which will encompass all of the credentials of the players in one space, in one place. And then after that, we are going to be launching our first attention economy product, which is called DMs, which will allow games to directly focus on specific audience, track their activity, and give them direct USD payments. And then packs, which is going to be sort of like a loot box product, very focused on reputation. Now, this is the platform. Where all of this is going is that all of this time we have been building tools to suck in and sync in user data. All of this is now used to create another layer on top of DeQuest, which is going to be a gaming centric ad network that will specifically focus on the reputation of users and provide hyper personalized ads. So this gives DeQuest the ability to not only be a platform but also integrate and scale towards tens of millions of players. And obviously, the Quest token is more used on the side of players, while through the ad network we are basically getting a lot of additional users as well as revenue. We have been doing pretty well currently in the seed round with participants like Delphi Ventures. Very excited, and we're planning our IDO for end of Q1 next year.
Yes, many thanks, Iger. I have to cut you off, unfortunately, but considering all, you have a remarkable project. So, first question from my side. I have noticed you are fundraising at the moment, and congratulations. You have some prominent names like DeFi Capital on board. Are you currently fundraising still in the seed round? And if so, could you tell us a little bit more about it? The valuation, what's the stage?
Yeah, we're about in the middle of our seed round, raising 5 million at 25 mil token val, and it's an equity plus token warrant. We're about in the middle of it, looking good, moving pretty nicely. I think the current market activity also helps with that, and honestly, getting huge interest from larger brands as well. Like for example, like this month we're launching Illuvium, Aurori, Clayton, DeFi Kingdoms, so all of the biggest Web3 games, and for us, this is great. I mean, we've been building through the bear for 2 years now, so good to see a lot of activity, action, and I'm definitely excited how we're gonna scale all of this for next year. Yep.
Lovely, congratulations. I'm also shooting the classic Masterblox question. You have been working as a rising star with us recently. How is your experience so far with Masterblox?
Yeah, doing great, doing great. Definitely has been inspiration for a lot of interesting new ideas. So it's going very good, very good. I definitely recommend.
Super. I have one more question from my side, but perhaps Carlos wants to share one first.
Yeah, first of all, thank you, Igor. You've been great since we met. We've been doing a lot of things also on the side. Igor has been my personal machine learning teacher, but that's for another occasion. But yeah, we are super happy with DeQuest. By the way, the name is DeQuest, but the platform itself, for the ones that are not paying attention, is not about quests these days. So good to do that point. And yeah, they've achieved great things, as Igor said, like one of the lead investors, Delphi Digital, among like all the ones. And yeah, so let me ask a question from a trusted and a great partner of ours, Dima, founder of Hacken and the king of cybersecurity. He's saying, user reputation is tightly connected with user decentralized ID. Are you going to promote your own, or the strategy is to integrate an existing one?
So great question. So we have to balance here usability of this and technicality, right? So a lot of the existing identity solutions, they actually focus more on sort of being more technical and composable with other DeFi protocols within the niche and the niche use case we're using it for. There isn't such demand for this, and also within our scope, one of the largest utilities of the DID is that when games see that they have a user that's coming in with our DID, they also provide them additional rewards as they basically see them as a real player. So currently, our DID is basically updatable metadata NFTs with a layer of an integration with ZK stuff with Polygon ID. So that's currently kind of the scope, but we're working on providing like multiple layers of this reputation so that we can work with as wide of a network of apps and games as possible.
Got it. We have time for one question more. Could you please share your pitch deck again, or your screen? Because I did saw a little part of competitive advantage. I'm curious, what is your competitive advantage in general to other platforms out there?
Yeah, probably easier to send if we have like very short time. But generally speaking, right, because this is a niche product for gaming across Web3 and traditional. Like we're very focused actually on the traditional market as well, as what we've built works, and we have onboarded 3 pretty large Web2 studios to work with us, and we're overlapping data, DID, an ad network, and putting all of that together to provide literally something that would create a new data economy, as well as a very, very enticing ad product for traditional Web3 games. So kind of making DeQuest the to-go place for any user acquisition in not only Web3, but traditional gaming as well. That's kind of the goal. So with the competitive landscape, you'll see here some more generalized ad networks, or other platforms that are gaming as well. But basically, we aggregate all the amazing things that we can with Web3 and our data focus to build something that really stands out. Yeah.
Great to hear. Igor, we're also out of time, so thank you for being with us today. It's a pleasure to always have you on, and all the best with further developments.
Perfect.
Hey,
thank you, guys. Thank you.